when them find a new woman, them tend to don't even want to come look for the kid or spend any time with the kid, thinking that it's fighting or hurting the mother. But realistically, you're not hurting the mother, you're hurting the child. It's the child, because at the end of the day, the mother still a do her thing and she still a live. The child is the one that needs you, miss you, want to know why daddy's not around, want to know why daddy, and question, daddy not love me, daddy not care, daddy have. So, it's sad, but we need to do better as parents and stop use our feelings and hurt these kids, because nobody now hurt. And that's why these kids don't, certain things continue in a family where if you don't tend to make a change or make that change, your child is going to make that same mistake.
It works both ways, because sometimes the mothers are very spiteful too. Because I've known of situation where she used the child to spite the father, and it didn't turn out well.
Spite him in what way? Or spite him is more something him do. As in, what does she do to spite him? What? Not let him see the kid?
She don't make him see the children. When him call to find out how they are doing, she tell them. She tell him all different kind of story. All different kind of story. And she keep them away. Is Father's Day, she don't make the children them go visit him. In birthday, the same thing. Yeah. So it go both ways. Them spiteful and the mother spiteful too.
Sir. So
just spiteful in general. It's a control thing. It's just control.
Right, because
to be spiteful, I'm not going to give you money because I'm not paying for another dude to sleep with you. I'm not going to help pay any rent for someone else to stay with you. The women get spiteful and then go, oh, you didn't give me money, so you're not going to see him. Or my favorite, you have a new girlfriend. So because you have a new girlfriend, I am not going to let my kid be around her, even though she didn't do anything particularly to the child, but because you have a new girlfriend and have obviously moved on, you're a problem now. So everyone's spiteful. It's not a boy, it's not a male or female
thing. Not a male thing.
I mean, would I say guys may have do it more often? I guess maybe it depends on how you look at being spiteful. And
it all depends on the situation.
And put God forbid you put him on child support, then he gets all huffed. Oh, now I'm going to be real petty because I'm on child support now. So then they get extra petty. So,
most women put men on. Go ahead.
One of the things I really can't understand, right? You're hearing me? When it comes to this, after separation, we go our separate ways, there's a child or children involved, then you have sort of like pent up, stored up feelings. I mean, I say, when the two away did do a thing and it did sweet the two away, whenever have an issue, but because of differences and we separate, there's a life or lives involved. And we remember that it's like when we're being selfish and spiteful, we remember say, yo, put it in the picture, we need to just grow up and stuff within our own culture though. Within the Jamaican culture, most of the time, if you're a man there, picnic coming at the picture, on separate, him no want mind the picnic. It's a big hassle.
And he was doing it before.
And he was doing it before. And worse, if you decide to scrub off your body, do road, and a little man see you and you start going out, you start dating. Well, human, we want to have that human interaction, which would include adult activities, is a problem. And I'm saying, yes, maybe things things never work out. We keep it moving, we go separate ways. But remember, there's no a child involved. When you go family court sometimes for child support and stuff, sometimes it honestly really makes no sense. Where you have to go through and at the end of the day, what is awarded by the court. And you find that both ways. It's not all the time you have men that are the aggressor, the one who decides to, oh, may I carry feelings, may I carry whatever. No, you have my cousins, my uncle raised them when their mother left. Him took up the slack, him raised them. They don't know nobody else but him as mother and father. And you really don't see that in a Jamaican society. You have good example. But just hope say COVID will wash some of them dirty feelings, the dirty vibes. I would just need to remember at the end of the day, no, true. It's kick
True.
me as a
Listen, man,
true.
I can't do
But
again, of
but
course.
when them being selfish towards each other, them don't remember the children, that it's affecting the children, and it affect them both mentally and physically.
Exactly. And that's why we have so much broken children. That's why we have
Right.
so much broken us, whatever. I
And
know.
they bring back the cycle, and when they become adults and we have kids, they start to pay. Well, my daddy didn't do this, my mom did, so
Exactly.
whatever, it's normal. So they don't know any better. They don't know any different. So you can't even blame them in a kind of messed up way because they don't know any different.
Well, I don't like when people say that. They don't know no difference.
I mean, you should learn from your experience.
Because I am somebody that if you know right from wrong, everybody know right from wrong.
Yes.
Based on what you're taught. Right
yes,
from wrong.
based on
Based on what
you're taught. But at the end of the day, okay, like I know of a situation that, and it's somebody always said to me, but you can't be mad at her. She don't know love. I never know love, but I give my kids them love. I show them love. I make them know what I was yearning for, or needed. I make sure I provide it to them. So you can break that cycle if you really truly want to.
Yes, you can though. You definitely can change it.
Yes, you can. So
not because cycles are choices, especially when you're fully aware. Well, I do this because
to me, the men them that really say, hey, I want to stick with my kid because my daddy wasn't there, or me never have daddy around, or me never have mommy around. So you know what, please, those are the men that I'm really sorry for. Honestly, when them have the chicks then that is spiteful to them. But the rest of them that been spiteful, some of them do need to be spiteful. Some of them really, really need to be spiteful on, because some of them are just sperms donor.
Yeah, but we know
but that don't even fit them in our category.
Exactly, because we know say no, not even sperm donor, then be
no, it don't fit them in our category.
We know say them a stoplight. We know say anybody come along, them are gonna shoot them things in there. No, true. I will still take it up on ourselves. Say, oh, we're gonna change them, or we're gonna this, or we're gonna that. And when we
cannot change an adult.
Exactly, and
they are so grown. Them not going to change because they're instilling a what them have in them head already. What them are gonna do. So you can't change them because they're adults. It's not like a child where you can change him and say, okay, you can do this or you can do that, and don't do this and don't do that. You can't do that with an adult because them don't embedded whatever them do, them it embedded in them head already.
So you don't think adults can change them thinking, them behavior? You don't think
very seldom.
I think people can change if they want to
change. They can't.
Yeah, they have to want to make that change.
I think people can change you. You have to want to change.
Exactly.
That's the problem. So
yeah, I think people can change, but like Tiffany said, you have to be the one that want to be changing and not change to suit somebody, because that is not change. Because you just want to do it for a little bit of while and then go back to you. But if you want to change, you can make that change. You can. You really can.
If you want it.
Yeah, and that's a big if, because remember, it's not just Jamaica now. Worldwide,
yes,
most you have probably 60 or 70% of households within the world are female-headed households, right? With pickaninnies, with children. Where the man them there? Everybody I say, Papa, oh, I want a chance, oh, I want this, oh, I want that. Whoa, there. I remember growing up, I came from a home with both parents, and I looked strange. I look so strange. Even as an adult, you have your father, you have your mother, where you call, you go to for anything, and it looks so strange. Most of my friends don't have both parents, or them never grew up with both parents under the same household. And I'm saying, if you not grow up, come to that, and it's something that you want to change, and you want good for your picnic, just like how most of we want with picnic say, go university and turn lawyer and doctor. If you live in a Jamaica, want your picnic to go champion, you're gonna change, and you're going to
Where's the
increase.
champion?
I don't understand why everybody want them picnic like champion, but nevertheless, I don't.
My belief on the whole issue about male and female, I mean, fighting kids, it's just based on jealousy. Both parties are jealous of each other. So, I mean, it's the child or the children. The man don't want to see the woman with anybody, and the woman don't want to see the man with anybody. So, I mean, because of that, it becomes a spiteful situation for both parties. So, I mean, they're gonna use jealousy to spite their own kids. They're only blighted the child's or the children's future. Because, I mean, if the child or the children used to a certain way of how the mother or the father treat them, and because a separation has come between the parents and the child is suffering from that, I mean, it doesn't make any sense because it's not doing any good for the children or the child. So, I mean, if you used to do good thing for your child or your children, continue. Don't make because of a separation, you start to treat the children or the child bad. I mean, do what you used to do and let it continue. That's my belief.
Why you said jealousy though? Because personally for me, I not think no man or no woman want run away from good. So it must be something where you reach the point where you decide to look here, we can't bear this anymore. And
Well,
trust
maybe
me.
the man jealous of the woman when the woman don't jealous of him, but there is some form of jealousy there.
Oh, got you. Come I say, look here, if me over you, I'ma keep it moving. Look here. But why your relationship last? That you now have no time to give me or my pitney no bad vibes. I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you
but
pointers
you
to make
have,
the relationship last.
but you have some women we make them life miserable.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
true. Yeah, that's a
yes,
true.
some
Yeah.
women will make them life a living hell. If them can't get them are gonna make them life a living hell.
But man do the same thing, Joe.
Yeah.
Man do the
Yes,
same thing, Joe.
Yeah, but yeah, both.
If them can't get the woman, because me know for a fact where if them can't get no woman or get that particular woman, them not mind them pick me. Them not, especially Jamaican man have a concept. Oh, if you not sleep back with you, first of all, Jamaican man have a concept that every baby mothers they still have a right to sleep with them. So majority of them think like that, and enough of them, because they don't want them or you're done with them and whatever reason, they tend to act stupid. Oh, me not, do not, food, yeah, man. So what if I have a man? It's not the man child, it's yours. And anything the man I give me is for me. It's not for the kid. Come in and look at daddy feel me, have a daddy already. But you have these men saying like, oh, these women are spiteful. I mean, not to say women are spiteful, but man worse. Because majority of these men, you see when them find a woman,
Brand
them
new.
don't remember them pick.
Brand new. They whole brand new.
They don't remember their kid. Them forget everything about them picnic.
And
And them send
sometimes
all they
we
want to
as
send.
second woman, we pick up the man with no same come out a relationship and him have him pitney or him pitney them. And we are going like we name Queen Elizabeth. We don't want the man to get a pitney nothing. We don't want
We're
the
not, but
man
that's a
to
foolishness,
go
Trudy.
around
You
the
know
man.
why?
Of course
But you know
it's
why?
crap.
No, Trudy. Because no man, no woman can stop no man from getting no woman money. No woman cannot stop no man from getting no woman, no picking money.
no,
Because
tell you have woman will stop that. I know of situation. Of course, you have woman where tell the man, say, look here, your child cannot come to the house And
Yeah,
them,
but that's
them child
come at the
cannot
house is a
enter the
different.
house.
Come
Yeah,
at the
I
house,
wonder if
Suzette.
them wear the pants and the man wear the
No.
skirt.
Yes.
Suzette, if a
Especially when
man,
she making most of the
if
money.
a man, as long as
Exactly,
he
Tiffany.
works, as long as that man work, okay? If that man work and paying bills or whatever, as long as he have a job, no woman can't tell no man to not get, she can say, yes, a child can't come at the house.
Yes,
of
Stella, you
course.
have the clown one them. You have
And
the
them never want
clown
you to
one.
pick
They're
them
not
no.
clown. They're not clown.
Yes.
They just choose.
But
So that I'm not clown them.
sometimes the guys rather not
They
choose
choose
the
to make
argument
that
at
decision.
home by going.
They choose to make that decision. It's not clown them big. Any man don't want to support them child. Oh, I become a woman when I live with no. Because you want that. You as a man want that. You don't want to support your child.
No man can tell good girl Trudy. So me no father. We have a responsibility. We have a child. We need to raise the child of both parents. Me you know and me did there with a man and me. Yeah, I have my picnic. But which man can come tell me say, oh no, you can't talk to your baby. Keep it moving then. No, seriously. We need to come to a point in time where we recognize and understand that some of our selfish, dirty behavior will affect the child. Oh, I don't want to go there. We don't want to do this. Oh, if
1 second, guys. All right, I don't mean to cut you off today, but we have a guest here, Grumps.
Yo, Wagwan.
What's up? What's up? Welcome to our sip and chat.
I'm there, man. I'm there. I hear about it. You see it. Wagwan.
We're good. We're good. Welcome. So, as you know, our topic tonight is about why these parents are being spiteful, and the spiteness is against the kids. I guess you heard the conversation so far. So, what do you think about that? With these women and these men being spiteful when the relationship is over when it comes to the kids?
I'm going to tell you something. What I think. I think it's because of some women are very naive. Some, because why I said them naive, because say the man say relationship finish, right?
Mm-hmm.
And them still wanna get to them have a kids for the man, and they move on, and the man move on. Because for them life not happy, they want the man life to not happy. So they will do everything possible.
Music like company.
Yeah.
I think you're being biased.
And naive.
I think you're being biased.
I don't.
Hold on.
But
I don't think he's wrong. I think both males and females are exactly.
Give him a chance to say what he has to say, why he's saying that. Let me hear why. Go ahead.
How is he biased if he says some? Remember, he says some, not all. He says some, meaning that it goes both ways.
I think both people.
So he was just talking on his behalf. He cannot talk on a woman's behalf.
That's fine. Talk, Grumps. That's what I'm saying. Let's hear what you have to say. Go ahead.
Because I'm gonna tell you something. Me myself going through the what you guys talking about right now. It's been
the spitefulness.
Yes, with the spitefulness with my daughter right now.
And I know it's hurting you a lot because I see you posted on Facebook. You talked to me about it, so I know, and it's taking a toll on you. So go ahead.
It's more than taking a toll. You see, it's like a woman don't know when a man want to get involved in them kids' life, eh? And them think because them talk to our next man, the man must still not get in them youth life. When a man who a biological father and a next man, a man can give them daughter or them son the love where a father can give them daughter or son, eh? And next man cannot do that because the daughter himself or the son himself I go ask for daddy, because them go school and then go hear other kids that talk about them father, and when them and the man at home who them mother with, honor them father, how you think she or he are gonna feel?
So, let me ask you a question. When was the last time you saw your daughter?
Over 5 years now.
Wow.
Are you guys living in the same area, the same vicinity?
I live in Toronto and she live in Toronto. And I have numbers for her. I reach out like billions a time.
So let me ask you, so you think she's being spiteful because you move on, or because she find a man and she just don't want you in there?
Because you know what? If me answer the question, say yes, because me move on, maybe me a lie. Or if me, cause me I gonna answer my part. If she move, me no want in a nothing with her. All I want is my daughter.
How old is your daughter now?
My daughter is 10.
So you haven't seen her since she's 5?
Since the 5.
Have you tried the court system to get access to the child, because that mechanism is available to you? Have you tried that?
Me try that, baby. And you see, me, there's a point that happened. It's like, in that point, I remember, this is what I remember. I remember when I tried that on the court date, I have a very important flex to make a Jamaica. And I didn't remember that that time was a court date, and it passed, and the court gave her full access to my daughter. And even when me try to re-go in, to go back to get access to my daughter, she's like, she disappeared.
Because you lost the case.
Yes.
No, but hold on though, because I'm sure if it is that a matter is set for mention through the court system, and it is that you cannot attend court, you can reach out to the court and say, due to unforeseen circumstances, I need to leave the jurisdiction, I need to go outside of the jurisdiction. Can you please put back the matter on the table when I get back? Something. I'm sure if you reach out to the court, that could have been facilitated, because that's not a trial matter.
Depends on in our point, I blame myself, and in our point, me not blame myself, because you know why I say that? Because this is what I do. When I reach out to her, she's not picking up her phone. Reach out to her like billions of times. She's not picking up her phone.
You pay child support?
Me? No. What I do, she withdrew that and said I must pay my RSI, and I said I'm gonna open an RSIP for my daughter, a college fund. And
okay, hold on. Stop for a moment. Let me back up on something. I'm a woman, and we have one woman on show ya. Hold on. So, Grums, me say something that may make good thoughts in your head, but just hold on for a minute. Let me answer this quick question. So, 5 years you're into this child's life, and then on a breakup, and this woman disappear for 5 years. She don't take child support from you. She don't ask you for no money. She don't reach out to you for no money, right? Is that so?
No, me have a bank account for my daughter.
So she get money from you?
Yeah, she have money. She get money from me, plus me have a RSIP, a college fund for my daughter.
Okay, but do she get money monthly or weekly or however? She get money regardless for this child?
Money. Me set up a thing that I set up an account that my daughter, whenever my daughter need things, she have money in that account. She have a card. She have money in that account for my daughter.
Okay,
yeah, but check to see if she's accessing the account. How is it that you know what your child needs? And if it is that you have ever reached out, I don't know, in Jamaica we have CDA. I don't know if you are the family court. I don't know what you have over there, but whatever you have over there, have you ever reached out to them to say, hey, I'm a father, I need to support my child. I cannot make contact with the mother. We had a court hearing. I was unable to attend. Now I'm back. I need to reconnect with this child because you know what is the issue now? It's at the end of the day, what proof do you have that you really did hand over monies to the mother, put money in her account or whatever? And it's not all about money, though. You understand?
I know,
and you
my
must
friend.
remember,
I'm
you're in the same jurisdiction and you have laws and system in place we can help you to connect to the child. So if me reach 18 now, I may say, but daddy, that just cannot be an excuse. Me not beat your body, you know. Me not beat your body. It's just for others listening on. They must say, yo, the match nah, match.
All right. What may I try to explain to you? She have an account, my daughter have an account from Shiban. Because let me tell you the point of view, you know, me a married man. And she gets
Were you
involved.
married?
Yeah.
Were you married when you was with her?
Yes.
That's why you break her heart and you hurt and you lie to her.
Worry, I come to Bob, no, Papa.
You break her heart and you
never
hurt
lie.
her and you lie to her.
Me never lie to her. Me never lie to her. She like, it's a.
She knows about it. She agrees with it, but after she
okay, so you guys have an open relationship.
And the sweetness started sweeting her. Then she,
Okay, wait, hold on, wait.
No open relationship. You never tell her nothing. It look like.
Don't you hear? Listen, Judy.
It's only
Don't
open on one
listen
side.
about
It's open
Let
on
the man
one
tell his
side.
story. Y'all don't be
just
telling the man
admit
story.
that
Let
it's
the
an
man tell
open
his story. Y'all sit
relationship.
here and tell
Hold on. Give me a sec. Is
Like
this Veronica? Is this the wife?
Pardon me?
Is this the wife?
I'm a cousin, man.
Oh, all right. Okay, go on.
Look here, me did right. Me know how much a cracker strike. He never tell her initially same did marry. When things come rare and pregnant, you must say yeah. All right, me right.
the green blows.
Okay. Let's hear what they have to say. What's up? Go ahead.
Me tell her.
She knows about it. She agrees with everything. Both of them have a relationship for a long time. But guess what now? She's been treated like a princess. Then she got pregnant. So after she got pregnant, now she decided that, hey, me want to be the woman. No,
upgrade. She want upgrade.
Oh, she want the wife fish. She want the wife fish. She don't want the side chick no more.
She don't know if to be quiet.
Me tell her no. You understand? Me tell her no.
People need to
Me tell her no. I just everything.
Hold on, let me hear what you're saying.
I just everything bust up now. So me now to protect myself. And me know say yo, me a daddy, cause me have other kids and my daughter. Them you know me I say, me have other kids, me go so boom and up in an account for my daughter. Start put $200 a month or put 150 a week in her account. Cause me a baller, me I tell you straight.
All right, my baller cousin. All right, my baller cousin.
What that mean? What that mean? You pay for ball?
You know what I mean? Judy, why you say so sad in balls?
The man said him have money. The man.
Go on, talk, my cousin. Go on, talk.
Big bag. Leave man alone.
Okay, Talia, let me chime in for a minute.
And hold on, give me a talk, cause I my thing. I mean I tell you about my life.
Yo.
And this girl want more.
Yeah.
Want be wifey. And me say, yeah, hear me, you know, be wifey because me have my wife and me now broke my kids. And I broke my.
But who would I give up a wife like that to have an open relationship? Me wouldn't, if I have a wife like that, me wouldn't care.
No, Talia, him give her too much sugar, so she wanted more.
No, what I'm saying, him wife. It wouldn't give up him wife for her.
She want more.
I understand what you said, but she wanted more.
So why you never wrap up the key and why you never put the key in?
It's a long time something. I'm not today.
Listen, guys.
Sign the side piece. She signed the side piece contract and she wanted addendum. Let the man.
We have to face.
When you sign the side piece contract,
I like that.
Stay in your position. I with the side piece because I'm above that. But I am.
You don't know
Because
if you're side
I'm all married.
I know this.
I'm above that because I don't share.
She
So,
open her feelings for your next girl,
but
man.
Yeah,
if she
but that
sign
is
up,
you,
if she
Tiffany. You
sign up
have
to be a
some,
side
you
piece,
have
then you need
some
to know
women
your
will
place.
share.
but we don't
Them
know
know
if we're
say
share.
nobody don't know.
I will not knowingly share. Let me rephrase that statement.
Thank
However,
you.
she signed a side piece contract, so she should just stay in our place. You signed the contract, stay in it. You can't
And she knew, and she knew he was married.
There you go. So she signed the contract. She knew what it was. She can't add addendum. This is not the Constitution. You cannot change it. It don't work so.
Of
Wait,
course, I have the
hold on a
right to
second.
change.
But
Me
guys,
have the right. What if the key and sweet? I want the key and forever, ever. No.
But that's
not
what
take up
happened
She
to
could have
her.
continued.
Being a
She
side
could have
piece, you just
continued
need
getting
to
the
know your
cane.
lane.
She
If
could have
side person.
we have to realize that, you see, let's look at it on a woman point of view. We know so we fall, and when we fall, we drop hard. So when we have one man which for treat the right and treat the good, all when enough we for those
let
who
go.
wait. You don't want to let go because there is so much. This is what you want. A husband material, this. So it's like you are going to hold on to it. But if she are go purposely pregnant or not, but she are going to find way to hold on it. Listen, my son had a girlfriend. Yes, he had a side girlfriend. The side girlfriend show up at him house. The girl live a foreign and the original girl live a foreign. Side girl show up at the house. He said, listen, you cannot show up at my house without telling me first, because you have to realize I have a girlfriend. What if she comes? No, my son stopped talking to her. And you know what she did? She begged, she pleaded, she begged, she pleaded. You know what she did? She went purposely stopped taking birth control to get pregnant for my son in order to get my son. And yet she still did not get my son. So I said, girl, you did not know Pitney don't hold man.
Pitney not hold man again.
My son takes very good care of the child, but my son and him still, my son ended up married to somebody else. So it's just a thing with woman. Once you get something, once this man started treating you right, he had to find one man.
Them want to be hooked, and you're right about that. A lot of these women, and then they realize that it's just fun. It is just fun. Enjoy the fun. When they become involved, the fun stop because responsibility and reality is like, what the hell? That was not what we signed up for. But you're right. A lot of these females tend to do that to capture and hold a man. But like I said, Pitney now hold man again. They never did not hold him in the first place.
Never did.
Why the man can't wear condom? Why?
You see,
why the onions is only on me to swallow the pill?
No, what them said them don't really enjoy it.
Hold on,
Like,
Bala, come back.
You know what?
Bala.
Yes, man should wear condom. But listen, yes, man should wear condom. But
you see, hold on, cause labor right lady. You see, labor right lady.
Oh, you know that you labor right. That's true.
Mr. What you know about me?
Hold on. Hold on, my friend.
No, I'm a father side.
We have to listen first when we are talking, you know. Because I listen all on, you know. I mean, I listen you personal, my friend. Hear what I say to you. You see, when you have a man, even when I don't feel man, and he might treat you good, he might take care of you, what you going to want? You know, I'm going to want him for yourself. It's a question. Yes or no? Just a yes or no answer.
No.
I think it's
it depends. It depends.
That means that's
it depends.
Yeah, it depends if I really want him for myself.
You know if I'm having girl and my treat you good, you tell me say you're not gonna want that man for yourself.
No.
Not necessarily, no. Because
no, not necessarily. Because him can treat you good, but you don't want to into.
I don't want to spend the rest. Yeah, I don't want to spend the rest of my life with you.
Yeah.
I don't see myself growing old with you. Yeah, you treat me right and all these things, but maybe we not share. For me, when me go out, man, not prim and proper smaddy. Yeah, me can't eat with knife and fork and them something there. Me want laugh out loud. Me want step on one bar and drink.
What is wrong with you and this laugh out loud?
No, me want sit down at one place and if a bunch of people are burn herbs, we can't say your herbs them about you don't take offense. You understand? So maybe
that
yeah,
might
treat
be
me
him
good,
want
but
you to be conservative.
I'm not that kind of person.
Right.
I want post, so I want post. I want to be able to express myself the way how I know best, the way how I feel. Me not want nobody censor me. Me not want nobody must me. So maybe you treat me good, but you say don't go here. So you can't do this. You can't do that. You can't say that. Me just take the good treatment for now. I am me love and appreciate you, but me just not see where.
And it starts off like that, I'm assuming.
My
and then
breast them reach down on my knee and me and you still out hold back a
Okay,
vibe and
Grumps,
say
let me
remember
ask
when
you a
this
question.
that key. Yeah.
Go on, my cousin. I'm here.
Let me ask you a question. How long you on this before she got pregnant? How long you and her was together?